I'm a traveler from Banga in Liberia. When I walk, I sing a song in my heart for Ireland, for the dream of a song from Kilkenny, a dream that still shines like a star in the night. From a merchant to a teacher on the side, to a friend of the poor and the oppressed children, to a life of love and devotion, a life that still shines like a star in the night.
It's a very special evening for us as we launch the Edmund Rice Beyond 250 appeal, our year-long fundraising initiative to support our vital international missionary, heritage and advocacy work.
It's called the Beyond 250 appeal because we're passionate about Edmund Rice's work continuing at least for the next 250. So we feel we have a well-established global platform for this appeal. And in fact, fundraising events are already being planned across the world. So this early support is hugely encouraging for us. So it's my simple task to invite each of you here in Dublin tonight, to those who will see this on the video, to Christian brothers, to former brothers, to all Edmund Rice institutions, groups and followers around the world, please get involved with this appeal. This spirit of Edmund, of Jesus, is truly alive and well, I think, in you, in all of us sitting here, and in thousands of other Edmund Rice people around the world who are working in partnership with people struggling at the margins. And many of you have been giving generously for years of your time, expertise, compassion. From our brothers, thank you. And thank you once again for being with us tonight.
My job is to introduce the guest speaker, Mickey Hart. You all know what sort of a man he is. You don't have to be from Tyrone to give him the greatest welcome anyone ever did into this hall. Mickey Hart o Chunda Hero.
I believe living the faith is a unique experience, and each one of us needs to constantly update the programme. You know, every aspect of our life needs nourishment, and so too does our faith life. To become good at anything, we need to practice, we need to repeat, we need to challenge ourselves, we need to stretch ourselves to new limits. Athletes train regularly to improve physically and mentally. Natural talent takes you so far, but to be the best you can be, we must work at it. So why would developing a strong faith life be any different? You know, we ought to make the most of the talents and gifts that God has given us. Indeed, in the current climate, where the popular media often portray traditional Catholic values as uncool, we need to exercise some discernment. We need to be careful and not allow what I might call the currency of the day to cloud our judgment. We are constantly bombarded with popular media influences. The popular thing is not necessarily the right thing. We don't have to go with the flow. We need to differentiate between and focus on the real world rather than become consumed by what many in the modern day will call this, maybe the world of reality TV or these things that they put those labels on. Because enriching material is not as readily available. So it requires some effort on our part. And we have to make that effort. We have to make that effort to address the balance. We have to inform ourselves. We can't go dependent on childish beliefs, nice and all as they were. As mature adults, we grow to people of maturity. Then we need to think about the maturity of our faith life as well. And to do that, we have to get that material that enriches it. We have to pray about it, and we have to add value to our thinking in that way. So you don't underestimate the value of saying a prayer for somebody, of sending a message of support. It is so, so valuable. And I can guarantee you the value of this. I can tell you 100%. When our tragedy happened to us in January 2011, the prayers of the people, the cards, the letters of support, they were invaluable. I really don't know how we could have got through without it. So really, what we're talking about here is maybe to take a look at ourselves and to be aware of our own comfort zone. That's a term we often use in sporting context. A player might stay in his comfort zone, doing what he normally does and doing it well, even okay. That he might think that's enough. But really it isn't enough. You know, we're not asked to be people of just doing enough. We're asked to stretch ourselves. That's the only way you can grow. So really, all that's about, in many ways, is embracing the mystery of God. Because we don't understand, too many people want to understand this thing about God. How can we, with our human concept and mindset? We can't understand God. We can only believe in the mystery of God. And that's what we need to do. If we do that, then we'll not be so far away.
Through the works of his followers, his life keeps shining, miles and miles away. Through the followers of Edmund Rice, through the followers of Edmund